Tuna's busy and Cheddar's third up, right after you. Her voice turned icy. Unless you want Diesel. I'd rather smooch a zombie fresh, Wyatt thought. I'll take Cheddar, he said, his voice rising. He exhaled to let the nerves pass and switched to public address mode. Cheddar, clean up on aisle 5. Bring Twinkies. He hung the mic up and focused the field glasses on the zombie plopped on the track a mile or so ahead. Pez, you won't believe this. More bighorn sheep? Pez asked from the control box. He was a beanpole with stilts for legs, chopped up curly black hair full of cowlicks, brown face covered with grease. He wore a white tank top and overalls, which stank of sweat and diesel fuel. Or a buffalo herd. Look for yourself. Pez leaned out the side window. Too fat to be no deer, he said. Not shaggy enough for buffalo. It's a Humpty Dumpty. Wyatt felt his anxiety turn to exasperation. Wearing a Dolly Parton wig. How'd an old Dumpty make it cross the rail yard? Pez sounded the air horn 3 times, a warning. What's with the wig? I'm psychic now? Slow Lucille down. Wyatt thumbed the PA again, anxious to get the job done. Cheddar, stop stalling. Pez eased the brake valve. Air hissed out the pipes. Lucille was the train's name, and her locomotive was a yellow and black diesel, model DDA 40X. Her riders had one unbreakable rule, and Marty enforced it ruthlessly. Never stop the zombie train. 3/4 mile to the switch, Pez said. Give me a head start. Wyatt gave Pez a fist bump and opened the side door. He felt a rush of cold air. He wanted to prove that he wasn't just Pike's little brother, that he could stand on his own 2 size 13 feet. With Cheddar helping, we need all the time we can get. Pez puckered up. Thought you and Cheddar was best friends. One and only best friends, and Ched's the smartest kid on the train. Maybe the world. Wyatt grabbed a coal shovel and got ready to jump from the footboard. But it doesn't make him run fast. True, Cheddar was the slowest runner on the train. But he'd also saved Wyatt's bacon so many times, they'd never be square. I take it back, Pez, he said, tugging on the yellow band around his wrist. What I said. The engineer nodded. It's took back. If everything went according to plan, the train would follow a spur from Denver to Cheyenne and then continue on the northern loop. Lucille would travel from Colorado to Wyoming to Utah and back. One big circle. It was how they survived, 357 days after the outbreak, and surviving was all that mattered. Wyatt! Cheddar's footsteps clumped on the engine decking. He was pear-shaped, with wispy blonde hair and a face so pink-cheeked, he looked like a middle school Gerber baby. He wore khaki pants and a blue polo that he tugged down like a window shade. Don't leave. Hurry, Wyatt yelled. Last time they'd rolled through the north yard, he'd helped Pike with the switch, and it had gone flawlessly. Now he'd settle for just keeping the train on the tracks. Before Marty chews our butts to nubs. Sorry, Why. Had to finish the soup. Cheddar was panting when he reached the ladder. The littles get cranky when lunch is late. Next time, let Tater handle the soup. Wyatt had never wanted to be second in command of a train loaded with orphans. He never wanted a zombie apocalypse either, only a normal life with his mom and his brother. But you play the hand you're dealt. We've got to throw that switch now or... Wyatt, Pez yelled. Engine 2's losing compression, ASAP. I gotta fix it ASAP, and we're clean out of bubble gum and baling wire. That's 2 ASAPs, and you only get 1, Wyatt said, more impatient than ever. Pez was always crying wolf about Lucille's health. If it wasn't a flummox in the engine, it was a gremlin in the hydraulics. Lucille's been limping since the Flatirons, Pez pointed at a gauge blinking red. If the Big 10 switchback turns hadn't been downhill, Engine 2 would have blowed. I'll tell Marty after we throw the switch, Wyatt said. Ched, count of 3, we jump. 3! The air horn sounded. Wyatt jumped off the side ladder and hit the ground running. Cheddar climbed down gingerly. His foot slipped on the bottom rung, and he fell onto the embankment, teetering toward Lucille's churning wheels. Cheddar! Wyatt yelled. Watch out!